Presidency attacks PDP governors. Pages 2 and 4 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Let's look at this.
Yeah, I think it's like I said, the presidency doesn't let anything slide. The PDP governors met over the weekend in the Akwa Ibom State, and their communique was a damning verdict on the state of the nation. And they chose their topics. Their communique was a 15-point communique, and they chose their topics one after the other. There was a place where they accused the government of plunging the country into an unbelievable debt profile. 36 trillion is unsustainable, they say. And the budgetary allocation for the year, 80% of it goes to servicing these debts anyway. So the government have to change, or they'll bankrupt Nigeria. They complain about that. They complain about the CBN. They say this one is a Leviathan organization, which is not doing its job, of lender of last resort, but it's trying to be a government within a government and attempts to do everything, They also went for the NNPC and said the NNPC cannot continue to tell us that they will not, remit to the federation account, because they are paying subsidy. They attacked security. The Governor Wike essentially, after the meeting also talked about the fact that President Buhari cannot be president for borrowing money alone. He should also be president for security. In fact, his main challenge as commander-in-chief is to provide security for this country, because he controls the police, he controls the DSS, he controls the armed forces. Governors do not appoint commissioner of police. Governors do not appoint director of DSS in states, and of course, definitely, the governors do not own the command and control structure of the military. So the president should not pass the buck of security to them. Remember, the president had said that the governors should deal with the issue of security at the level of farmers' headers crisis in their states.
Yep.
So Governor Wike, PDP governor, had that to say. But when you put that together, you know that the presidency will not let this slide. And Malam Garba Shehu, in a very long statement last night, tried to attack the issues one after the other. First, he said the PDP governors are unhappy about the Twitter ban because it has stopped them from spreading fake news.
Just imagine.
It can make you laugh when you hear this thing sometimes. That was one of the things Garba Shehu said in that statement. And then he said that the governors are unhappy, about the work that the CBN is doing because they want a revaluing of the naira, because the devaluation is hurting their spend, especially their spend on luxury goods. He called them profligate PDP governors, that Nigeria is better off without the PDP, and that the PDP will not touch power in this country again for a long time, because, Nigerians are better off without PDP in power. The statement also went on to say that accusing the NNPC of not remitting to FARC is being unintelligent. That first, the NNPC has already spent the money on paying subsidy. How can they put it in FARC? That's asking them to spend the money twice, unintelligent. That's the argument of Malam Garba Shehu in that regard. And then they went on and on, those PDP governors, at the time they accused the president, they went on to say that the management of security in this country should be decentralized, and Malam Garba Shehu had an opinion on that again. He told them that, does anybody need to tell you, to tackle security in your state before you do it? Are you not the chief security officer of your
first,
state?
yeah.
First, somebody needs to tell you that you need to know that that's your responsibility. And then you accuse the government of not decentralizing power, but you sit on the heads, on the necks of the local governments in your state, all PDP governors.
Oh my God!
Yes, so Malam Garba Shehu was skating in this one. It was, to a large extent, an unrepentant spokesman of the President Buhari government, and he went straight for the jugular of the PDP governors. So there'll be another reaction to this one. I do not know, but he tried to address the issue one after the other, and especially the Twitter area. He accused the PDP governors of being the one who have been using Twitter as a platform to spread fake news in the country, and that this ban is hurting them badly, and that's one of the reasons why I was part of their communique, and then of course the NNPC matter. Recently, we know that the NNPC have said that to remit to FARC will be hard for us, because the money was spending on subsidy alone is high. They're talking about 120 billion a month, and of course we don't know how much the proceeds from oil monthly is, but they're saying that if we're finished paying subsidy, whatever we have is what would contribute to FARC. And for 2 months, for one month, I think in March, they remitted zero remittance to FARC, because according to them, we have spent all the money on subsidy. I think that's a collective national problem, not just for the NNPC or the federal government alone. Even the state governments who are recipients of whatever comes into FARC have to be able to look at this and decide on what to do with subsidy. Their advice to increase petroleum prices was a decision taken across the board of all the governors, not just APC governors. So you can see that PDP governors might have a standing on this, but they don't have a solution yet. The solution is at a national level, how do we handle this issue of subsidy to ensure that we preserve, what comes into the federation account if we need to share, and don't forget, Malam Garba Shehu will also ask the PDP governors to confess openly if they don't share from the largesse that the federal government shares to governor. One of them, the budget support fund. Most of the governors haven't paid back, including PDP governors.
Yeah, and that would have been that would have made such amount of money for FAC to get back to the FAC and other things as well.
All right, it's time to read your messages. Do ensure to send it to 0817-313-6193, 0817-313-6193.
Did you enjoy this video? Hit the subscribe button for more. Leave a comment and like. Thank you.